Hope everybody's having a good Tuesday night. Nice to see you. Nice to have you joining us. I'm Jill Bauer, and you have joined our Just Jill group. And tonight we're talking about more Christmas things. So really excited about the assortment tonight because a lot of it's new. You haven't seen it. Not only is it new this year, but it's new total. It's not. We have a couple things that we brought back for a second year, but most of what I'm going to show you tonight are all new things. So I'm excited to hang out with you and share some of those things with you and find out what y'all have been up to and what's going on. Always like to hear what's happening in your world. If you are in the areas that were hit so hard by Hurricane Helene, I hope that you're safe. I hope that you're able to find support. And we are thinking of you for sure. October also, first day of October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So just a reminder, friends, go out and get those mammograms. They are important. You need to stay on top of those, and a few minutes of squish could save your life. So please go get your mammograms. Hi, everybody who's jumping in. Hey, Tracy and Janet and Sherry and Mary and Lisa and Mariana and Lynn and Diane. Hi, everybody. Hi, everybody. I love it when I start to see everybody jump in. Hello, hello. It was easy for me to get ready tonight to do the Facebook Live because I still have on my makeup for when I was on QVC this morning. I told Doug this morning, I guess it's just, we all go through it, right? As we get older. I used to be able to just stand in front of the mirror in the bathroom, put on some quick makeup, and I was good to go. Now it's like a whole process. I have to sit in front of a makeup mirror that's closer to my face so I can see exactly what I'm doing. It takes me longer as I'm blending. Oh, a little random hair. Got to pluck that out. It was a lot of effort, and I was only on for 10 minutes. It was a lot of work for 10 minutes. But anyway, the good news was I didn't have to stress myself out this afternoon and this evening after Kylie and I were setting everything up. I got to go put on some makeup. So made my life a little bit easier today. And Kylie was laughing. She's like, I can't believe you stayed in your dress clothes all day, because I came home from the studio and it was like, I had to do this. I had to do this. I had to do this. I was doing this. And I never had, I think 5 times I probably said, I'm going to go upstairs and change. I'm going to put on some comfy pants. I just really wanted to get out of my Spanx, if I'm honest. And so finally, right before we went live tonight, I'm like, I am going upstairs and I'm changing my clothes. So I'm in my favorite cozy little sweater, my favorite lounge pants, and we can just be casual and cozy together. Hi, everybody who's jumping in. Nice to see you. Love that. People are saying hi, love seeing regulars. If you're new here, we absolutely love it to have you here, and hope that you're excited about what you might find to decorate your home with this holiday season. If you didn't know, you'll find all of these items at justjillshop.com, and shipping and handling is included with every item, whether you buy 1, whether you buy 10, whether you send some of them to yourself, you send some of them other places. Shipping and handling is included, so we try to make shopping with us really, really easy and hopefully fun. All of these items have been curated for you by me. So Bernadette and Kylie and Megan and Doug, we're a team of 5. Bernadette and I do a lot of the product selection. Usually, I'm the one driving it, and I, look for her, and I like working with Bern because she sometimes sees things that I don't. And believe me, there are plenty of times I'll hold up things to her. I'm like, oh my God, I love this. And she'll just kind of look at me like, really? Yes, I love it. But we like to find cool things, different things, pretty things, unique things, special things for your home. And we've been bringing you some new collections since we kind of kicked off our holiday season. I know it's early. I know you still are thinking about pumpkins. And to that point, real quickly, before I dive into what's new tonight, are you looking at those color changing trees? Are they fabulous? Oh my gosh, they're so good. And wait till you see this Nutcracker. I might have screamed when I saw him in the showroom in January. He's fabulous. But I do want to let you know, so many of you maybe are just now ready to kind of put out that full fall vibe. Harvest, the pumpkins and all those things. So I just wanted to remind you, we have a few items from our harvest collection still available. A lot of them are on sale. That we only have a few things left, 2 of this, 3 of this, whatever. But remember, the fall decorating season is the longest decorating season really of the year. You can start doing your harvest stuff at the end of August. It's all of September, it's all of October. And because Thanksgiving is the last week of November this year, you get all of November. So even if you buy things now, you're still going to have almost 2 months of enjoyment from them. So I just wanted to remind you, we're down to last call on this beautiful set of pumpkins. They are on a timer. They're what's called a luster glass, which is really pretty. It's a clear glass, but it has some ribbing on it, as you can see there. Really pretty, more of a golden tone mercury glass stem. There are fairy lights on the inside. It has a felted bottom, 2 AA batteries, I believe. Let me just check. Give me 1 second.
I think it should be 3.
Oh, is it 3? Oh, thank you. 3 AA batteries, 6-hour timer, just shimmers beautifully and so pretty by day and by night. Oh, you get 2. So both of these, really nice weight on these 2. This is from one of our best vendors. This is from Regency. Regency does a lot of things for Valerie Parr Hill as well. So, you know, that same quality that you love. Beautiful pumpkins. You get both of them. I think we took a little price markdown on these, shipping and handling included. You know, if you order them tonight, you'll have them next week, and most likely. And you'll be enjoying them for the rest of October and the rest of November. Really pretty on your Thanksgiving table, beautiful with a runner. And I like sets of 2 like this where you have different shapes, because even if you have a smaller place, Louise, oh, wow, beautiful. I know they are, aren't they, Louise? I think they're so pretty too. Even if you have a smaller place, like I'm thinking about my mom, you know, she lives in an independent, she lives in a retirement community. She has her own, you know, cute little apartment. She could put one of these on her little kitchen table, and then she could put the other one on the other side of the room. She has sort of an open floor plan, you know, maybe on her coffee table in her living room. So you don't have to keep them together. They work nicely separately, but if you want to create a little motif or story, you can do that too. So those are still available. Check those out at Just Jill Shop. Kylie can put up a link in the chat for you for those sets of 2 pumpkins. And then also one other thing I just wanted to show you, because this one is like one of my most favorites ever. This is the first time we did a wreath. This is also from our friends at Regency. This is their best vendor for sort of faux florals. Do you see the cute little like mini pomegranates and crab apples on this, and red berries? And I love all the colors of the leaves. Really nice, thick and rich. I love the twig base. There is a matching garland. Again, there's a few of them left, and that's it. This is, you can put this on your front door as long as it's covered, just to protect it from the elements, but also really pretty on a tabletop if you wanted to do a pretty hurricane in the center. The colors on it are just fantastic. Many of you bought the picks that match this. So now that you have those picks, if you're like, oh, they're beautiful, I'd love to add one more touch. The garland of this is actually going up my banister. That's why you don't have it here. We have it on the banister. It looks so pretty. And then here's the beautiful wreath. So ask about that. Some of you have already bought this, and I think it's stunning. I'm picky about wreaths, so it's gorgeous. Right, Lynn? It is a good one for Thanksgiving. I agree. But just, you know, I feel like, I don't know if you've noticed in your area, and I know everybody lives somewhere different, but we were down in Virginia over the weekend. I'll tell you about that in a second, visiting Trevor. First time I'd seen him in 7 weeks. Not that I was counting how many weeks it had been, but we went down for Parents Weekend, Kylie, Doug, and me. And, you know, I got my first JMU mom sweatshirt and went to the football game and tailgated and, you know, just, you know, took he and his roommate out and all the things. But as we were driving down, you know, through the Shenandoah Valley, I said to Kylie at one point, look at that tree. Like it was starting to just turn, you know, just the tips were starting to turn these beautiful shades of reds and yellows and oranges. And, you know, it's just so pretty. So if you're looking for a great fall wreath, again, you can find all the details over at justjillshop.com. I think on our homepage, if you let at the very top, you let it sort of scroll through. Is the Harvest Decor still up there? Or is it down below now?
It's down below.
Yeah, if you go to our homepage, when you get to the homepage at justjillshop.com, just scroll down towards the bottom and you'll see a little container that says Harvest Decor, and you'll find the wreath and the pumpkins and a couple of other things that we have left over there. All right, so we're going to move from harvest into holiday. How's everybody doing? If you've received any of your holiday items, would you mention that in the chat? I'd love to know, how you're feeling about it when you're getting your packages. I'm hoping that you're loving everything when they arrive. Rebecca says, love my nutcracker I received today. I got my gingerbread trees and a gingerbread house a few days ago. Love them all. Oh, Rebecca, I'm so glad. We have some nutcrackers tonight that are brand new, completely different than anything we've ever done before. I'll tell you, I never really was much of a nutcracker person. Some of them they had to be done just right. I don't want one that looks really scary. I don't want one that has the big old teeth. I don't, I don't want them, I love some of the creativity. Years ago, I went to Germany and got to go to the Steinbach Nutcracker factory and see them being made. And just, the authentic German real nutcrackers are, something to behold. But I'm picky now when it comes to nutcrackers. And I think the ones that we've selected for our assortment are fantastic. Those of you who've collected our musical nutcrackers, the gingerbread, the traditional that has the rotation in the head, the newest version for 2024, I'm showing you tonight. And why don't we go ahead and start with, I really want to talk about our set of 5 trees, but since we were just talking about nutcrackers, let me show you these beautiful nutcrackers that are in these glass cloches. Because this was one of those items when Bernadette and I were in Atlanta in January, and I saw these, stopped me dead in my track, kind of let out a squeal. I was like, what are those? They're gorgeous. And I was a little like, I'm afraid to look at what the price is going to be. Oh, I think we could bring those in. So you're going to have a choice. I'll grab the other one in a second. They're basically the exact same. The only difference will be the color here around the base and the color of the nutcracker's pants. So this one is the green, okay? And the other one I'm going to show you is the exact same nutcracker, but all done in red. This cloche is not removable, so it's all affixed. I love this gorgeous, almost sort of fleur-de-lis, very sort of, French Belle Epoque kind of look, right? Really beautiful, elegant, almost the look of a artichoke, but much more elegant than that. Up at the top, these beautiful acanthus leaves coming down. And then look at the nutcracker. I mean, he has this most regal crown. The inside of the crown is covered in sparkle. Fantastic face, as you can see there. His vest is done in sparkle. His jacket has some sparkle, but it's all, I'm going to hold it up close. Look at the detail on that. So that all had to be carved. It's like this gorgeous gold, gilded, beaded feeling of the jacket. Then has the green pants, his black boots with gold. And what I loved were these lights around the bottom. So again, this is on a timer. When you turn it on, it'll stay on for 5 hours, then shut off, come back on, 19 hours later. Joan said, I have a large collection of nutcrackers. This is beautiful. I'll grab the red one in just a second so you can compare. So give me 1 second. So he looks incredible. This is a big thing for me. If it only looks good lit up, it's only worth half your money. My opinion. So I really like to make sure before I ever turn anything on that lights up, it has to be something I'm interested in first. And then if I like it without the lights, when the lights go on, it has to be something special too. So we've had these around the house in the evening time when there aren't a lot of house lights on. The glow on this, it just casts up just enough to catch the twinkle and create a little bit of light on his face. It's fantastic. So this version here, these are $59 and your shipping and handling is included in that. This one is what we call the green, okay, red vest, gold jacket, but green pants. So that's how you would order that one. And then the other choice is, give me 1 second. He's done in all red and gold. And the base here is done in that red and gold. So if you love those reds, greens, and golds together, you can't really go wrong with either. They're both fantastic. I do, Lynn, you really do need them both. Maybe. He's a little different. He doesn't have a gold jacket. He has the red jacket. Because of this sort of red and white detail, because of his white hair, his white beard, and the red, you could tie him in a little bit to some of your peppermint park pieces if you didn't go too whimsy with that, if you're just wanting to do reds and whites. Obviously, he's so elegant with anything gold. So think of our champagne shimmer trees, think of our oversized gold bottle brush trees. If you haven't checked those out, those are stellar and they're huge, and the reviews on them are really great. So check those out over at Just Jill Shop. But you can see, like, again, the same detail on the crown, the same top. Yes, Phyllis, the glass is attached. Just look. Okay, so it's all attached, doesn't come off, doesn't come loose. Beautiful detail. I just love everything about them. I just thought they were special. I had never seen anything like it. I love the idea of a cloche, Susan, and I think you need him too. He was just special. It's all I can say. I can tell you that Bernadette and I, when we walk these trade shows, we are seeing thousands and thousands of items. It's a little overwhelming. You see so much. And after a while, things really start to look the same. So when, like we're coming towards the end of a day, we've been in 4 showrooms. We've seen thousands of products. We've seen that. Yes, thank you. We've seen that. Yes. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, wow, it's pretty special. So make your choice, order by his pants. He has, by the way, has the gold boots. So he's all done in reds and golds. And then this guy here is more of the red, gold, and green. Okay, so fantastic, stylish, different, on a timer. Hope you love them when you get them at home, because I can tell you this was one of those items that I kept waiting and waiting and waiting. I would ask Bernadette, did those nutcrackers under the glass come yet? Did the nutcrackers under the glass? Where are those nutcrackers with the sparkly fancy? Where are they? So I remembered them, and they're worth the wait. So check those out, $59 for those. And yes, the face, Lisa, is beautiful. The sparkle is just enough, right? It's not too much. It's just enough to catch the light. By the way, I don't know if you saw this, but there is a little bit of silver on there too. So you could do our silver shimmer trees. You could do our gold shimmer trees. You could do the white shimmer trees here. And I have some brand new cone trees, which I'm going to show you in just a second, that work really nicely as well. So if you like those, check those out over at Just Jill Shop. They are a winner. Okay, let me put him back over here with our little display. And I want to talk about our set of 5 trees, all right? And I'm going to bring them up here so you can see them, and I'll hold them up and talk about them. So this is another special offer. I'm going to kind of tilt this down just a little bit if y'all don't mind so you can see them. So this was another special offer that we were able to bring you from one of our favorite vendors. These are from our friends at Roman, and they had these incredible ice trees. And when I saw them, they're just done in an acrylic. You can see, I'll hold it up close. It looks like it's all like, frozen ice. And then you turn them on and they have the color changing that will go through. And it goes from the red into like kind of that reddish orange, into the green, into a bluish purple. You'll get more of a lavender. You'll get kind of a cool white. It goes back to green. And the key, I think, is don't like turn them all on right exactly at the same time. Like wait 10 seconds before you turn them on so that they all are rotating through colors at a different pace. So you always sort of have this rainbow. So here's the thing with this offer. I mean, we could have done them as singles. We could have done 2 big. We could have done 2 small. You're getting 5 trees. And the regular retail for like one of these trees, was going to be around $15 to $20. We're doing the set of 5 for $39. So really great value. The tallest tree is 9 inches. The shorter one is 7. You'll get 2 of the tall trees. You'll get 3 of the shorter trees. They all run on, oh, I checked these. I can't remember. Do you remember, Kylie? AAAs?
I believe it's the smaller ones are 2 AAAs. The bigger ones are 3.
So AAA batteries. Here's the only thing about these. I'm back. They're not on a timer. I know. I just heard you groan. Listen, here's the thing, and I've talked to Roman because a lot of their items they don't do on timers. The reason they don't do the item on the timers is because from their perspective, that timer mechanism that has to be put into their pieces, first of all, can add anywhere from up to $5 to $6, $7 to their cost. So multiply that times 5 trees, everybody. So now we're like in a whole different stratosphere. And second of all, sometimes that timer function causes additional taxes coming in on an import. I didn't know all these things. I learned quite a lot. So yes, this is one of those things we're going to have to turn it on and off. But I have to tell you, when you see the way these color change, how icy they look, and they have sort of like a frosted ice bottom to them, and then it's more clear coming all the way up. They are so pretty. They're just gorgeous. No remote on these, Kathy. Sorry, they don't have that technology. It was just one of those special buy opportunities. And what both Bernadette and I felt when we saw them was it reminds us of the Christmas tour at Longwood Gardens. Longwood Gardens is a beautiful, world-renowned, famous botanical garden. Really, I could walk to there from my house. Really, if I wanted to get a few miles in, we could walk to Longwood Gardens. It's that close. And it's absolutely stunning at Christmas time. And part of the beauty of Longwood Gardens at Christmas is they have trees everywhere in all of these gorgeous colors. And so when we saw all of these gorgeous colors in these trees, we were like, we have to do it. Even if you wanted to break it up into individual little gifts, you could do that, right? I mean, it would work out to be less than $10 a gift. They're so pretty. If you're going to have one item that you have to turn off and on every night, I kind of feel like this one might be the one you need. And it will work. One thing I also really like about it, it will work with any decor. So whether you do a winter wonderland, whether you do something a little bit more elegant, if you mix this in with some of our flameless candles, mix it in with our shimmer trees, mix this in with your figurines. If you want to create a beautiful snowman scene, they're just really pretty. They're not overly heavy. I mean, they feel nice. But really, thank you, Janet. It was one of those opportunities that we could put together for you that we kind of just couldn't walk away from. Listen, there are plenty of times where when you go to some of the showrooms, they have specials and they show you what it is. And I'm like, oh my God, I would never buy that. like they're trying to do something really cheap and it looks it. These I felt like were just great. And I like them more and more. I already love them. I like them more and more now that I see them in the house. They're just pretty. They're just pretty. Kathy said, I love these. I ordered these this afternoon. I received several items, including the set of 2 metal houses. I'm going to work these trees with them and done if the other items to my piano. Oh, and add them to my piano holiday scape. Stand by, Kathy. Kylie, can you grab me those metal houses right there? I have those metal houses, Kathy. I've actually had them here decorated because I like them so much. But she
won't let me put them away.
I won't let her put them away because I love them so much. All right, so these are the metal houses that Kathy's talking about. Okay, look how huge they are. And they come with a mini set of bottle brush trees. So you get these 2 huge houses. You can, but if you want to or not, put a votive on the inside. It looks like they have snow on them. It doesn't fall off or anything. Cute little wreath. And then you get little mini bottle brush trees. But if you do this then and put these around them, how pretty is that going to be? Love it. That's going to look great, Kathy. I hope that, send a picture. Put a picture up on social, hashtag JustJillShop. We would love to see it. All right, Kai, I'm going to give these back to you. Okay, so any questions on those trees, everybody? They're just, again, let me show them to you without the lights on, okay? So you can get a look at them. They'll even come with a little protector on the points, okay? They just look like a frozen ice tree. And then down around the bottom, sometimes you'll see it looks like it's a little bit more like frosted. And then you turn them on and it'll start with that kind of orangey red, which then morphs to that green. If I hold it back here, maybe you can see better. Then it goes to the blue. Then it goes to sort of the bluey sapphire, into purples, back to whitish green, and just rotates its way through. Really beautiful. You're going to love these, I hope. I hope you do. All right, so if you have any questions about these, please let me know. You get all 5 of them. Shipping and handling included, $39. That's a really good price, right? $39 for all 5. I think so. Mary said they were perfect in my villages. Yes, so pretty in the villages. And I love them. I was going to do this. Let's see if I can. Can you grab this, babe? Careful, it's heavy, remember. Like if you have a tray, they would be nice night lights too, Lynn. You're right. If you just have a pretty tray, turn this one on. Maybe you put something down here with it, right? But like, it's not rocket science, friends. Put together a pretty little tray, find one that you have, go to a thrift store, find a big oversized white charger, right? It's really simple. And you just put this in the middle of your table. Gorgeous, like so pretty. And look how when the colors are all morphing, they just look so pretty. You want to try to bring the lights down just a smidge, Kylie? We'll do one more thing for you and then I'll move on because I could talk about these all day, clearly. But now let's look. So good. Aren't they pretty? I love them. I love it when you kind of get like the icy blue all together and then all of a sudden it transforms into the more intense greens and purples. So pretty. All right. And this is looking a lot more hot, you know, through the camera than it is in person, just so you know. But they're beautiful. Maybe just turn one of the lights on at 10. Let's see. Yeah. They're pretty nice. Okay, so I hope you love them. Very Aurora Borealis in their color palette. Pretty with some of the other Northern Lights trees that we've done. We have some more of those coming up. You can check those out over at Just Jill Shop. But just pretty ice trees with this beautiful color change at a great price. So check those out. And I cannot get any more of those ever. So what we have is what we have. And when they're gone, they're gone. You'll be the only ones to have them. At least from Just Jill. Okay, let's do this. I'm going to hand these. Let's just put this maybe in the center. Heavy, remember? Okay. I've been known to break a few samples. Did you hear Kylie laugh? Yeah. She's always relieved when it's me. Usually she's in the other room and all of a sudden it's like, no, crash. Then I have to call Bernadette. Could you bring over another sample? All right.
Just after we got it from her.
Just after we got it from her, right. All right. How's everybody doing? Are we liking everything so far? I hope so. All right. Let me talk. Here's what I want to do real quickly. I want to talk about the 2 new Lumi shapes that we have for you, the bell and the ornament. And then we're going to dive into, for all of you, the hundreds of you that have been buying our flameless candles, guess what I have for you tonight? Yep, I have the cute little candle rings that you can use not only with this size, but ones that can be used with this size too. All right, so you can go ahead and go find those if you want. This is a set of 4. This matches the larger candle rings, red and white or red and green, okay? Some of you bought these before, right? So now this is the more mini set. So this size works with the 3.5-inch diameter. this new mini size. You get 4 of them. Spread back the beads, okay? But the interior is perfect for our 2-inch diameter votives. All right, so, and you can also use these as candle rings. We have them in the red and white for those of you doing the Peppermint Park look, and we brought them in the classic red and green too. So run, don't walk for those. I'll talk about them again in a second. Let me talk to you about some new things we have from Lumi. So Lumi started with just Jill with these beautiful porcelain domes. Okay, see them? That's so pretty. That one says Merry Christmas. They come gift box beautifully. Such a nice presentation. This is porcelain. It comes with a little light here, comes with a little plate. It will come with a remote to control that little light. There is a separate purchase you can make for the domes only now. That's a timered base if you would prefer that. This is how we started. Then for Christmas this year, can you hand me the bells, Kai?
Do you want the lights off?
We might want to bring the lights down a little softer. Yeah, maybe turn off one and let's see how we go. All right, now we have these beautiful bells. Okay. That's great. So the bells are flat on the bottom. All the light, it's all enclosed. It will come with a red satin ribbon, comes beautifully boxed. I'm only going to show you a couple of the patterns. There are more of them at justjillshop.com. All right. If you click the link in my post, whether you're watching us on Facebook or you copy and paste it from Instagram or on YouTube, it will take you to the page that has this item. Click on the item and you can go scroll through all of the patterns. So this one, yes, Mary Lynn, that's what I'm showing you right now. Here is the Nativity. So this beautiful nativity scene. Look at the beautiful Star of Bethlehem there. Look at the Mary and Joseph and the manger, the kings arriving, the shepherd, the angel, just absolutely gorgeous. All right. Here's where I need you all. Okay, let me just show you this one real cute. Just to listen for 1 second. Look how cute. I know. Ready? Ready? Are you ready? Cardinal fans. Look at the Cardinals. And it says Merry Christmas. I know. Okay, $39. Here's where I need you to listen to me for 1 second. They did something really interesting with the timer on these. And it's like unlike anything I've ever heard of. So I really want to make sure I explain it well so you don't have any questions when you get it at home. When you turn this on, okay, here, and by the way, here's what it looks like when it's off. So you just sort of see this beautiful relief work, okay? When you turn it on, it goes into what's called its bright mode. It will be in bright mode for 6 hours. After that, it fades to low mode, barely there. So it won't ever truly turn off unless you turn it off. And if you want to do that, feel free. But they did that so that if you did want to hang this on your Christmas tree or inside of a wreath, you know, in your home or something, you would have the brightness through the darkest part of the night when you're awake. So maybe from 6 p.m. to midnight. And then in the late hours and the early morning hours and throughout the day, it's just a very faint, soft glow. Bernadette tested this because we were kind of like, do we like this? Bernadette tested it at home and she said she actually loved the low glow when she would come downstairs in the morning and just see this very peaceful, soft glow to the bell. So just know, again, if you want to just turn it off, if you want it off completely, then you just do that yourself. Just turn it off. But if you decide to leave it on, it will stay on for 6 hours in the bright mode, and then it will quietly morph to a super low mode with a very soft wash of light for the 18 hours. And then it'll go back up to bright again at the same time. So just fabulous. I mean, and when you get these at home, I mean, again, these are porcelain and they're carved in here, like they're molded in there, but the artwork is just, exquisite. And I'm so sorry. What if we turn that light off, Kylie?
Yeah.
It's hard because we got to find the right light. We might need to do, does that help? No, that works. That's good. See them? Lisa said, I received the Lumi round ornaments. They're lovely. The bell will be delivered tomorrow. Oh, good, Lisa. I'm going to show the round ornaments in just a second. So as a gift, everybody, these are winner, winner, winner all day long. So unique, so special, so beautiful. Remember, they're porcelain. So, there's like this little fine luxury to these pieces with these just most beautiful scenes. And the other bell I have, I love this one because I'm such a Santa person. I love a good Santa. Let me get this right here. Okay, there we go. So look at this one. There's Santa and his sleigh over the houses. Look at his reindeer. I love it. And then as it goes around, look at the magic of the sparkle in the sky, the little church, just charming. So, even the details down here are something special, aren't they? So we love these. We love them. And again, there are more motifs. There's an angel motif. What are the other motifs, Kylie? Can you read them to me for the bells?
Yes, give me 1 second.
Kylie will call it up. And she'll give you a link too. The size of the bell, Kylie will tell me that in just a second too, Mary. Hang on.
5 inches height, 4 inches width.
5 inches high and about 4 inches across. Okay.
There's a village scene.
There's a village scene.
Nativity.
A nativity, which we showed you.
Santa.
Santa.
Santa with sleigh.
Santa with the sleigh. That's what I showed you. This is Santa with the sleigh.
Birds with scarves.
Birds with scarves.
Birds.
Birds. Which one did I show?
You showed the regular birds.
I showed the regular birds.
Angel.
There's an angel, and it's more of like a cherub kind of angel.
And a Christmas tree.
And a Christmas tree, which basically kind of looks like the bell is the Christmas tree, and it like has ornaments all over it. It's super cute. It's a little whimsical. All right, so those are the bells. Okay, remember about the timer, everybody. So 6 hours bright when you turn it on. And then after the 6 hours, it doesn't shut off. It goes down to a super low soft mode for 18 hours, and then it powers back up to the bright mode. If you just want to turn it off, you can turn it off. Jeanette says, I already have the nativity themed dome. The details are beautiful. I ordered 2 of the bells, which are arriving later this week. I'm excited to receive them. Looking forward to creating a vignette with these special pieces. Oh, good, Jeanette. I'm so glad you like them. Yay. All right, let me talk to you about the other version we have of these, which are these really pretty ball ornaments. So these are around, and this is kind of like, I almost want to say like, this is the bright mode. This is the soft mode. The ornaments are always going to be in this softer mode, but they have the same detail as the others. And these are fun because they have 2 different scenes, front and back. So you can see here the Santa with the little animals around him. And then as you rotate it around, then you have this charming little Santa face. With these round ornaments, these are on-off only. So they used a different mechanism for them. So on-off only for these soft ornaments. But wouldn't this be a pretty little, nightlight glow in your powder room when you're entertaining for the holidays? Won't this be cute next to a little bedside table in your granddaughter or grandson's room? We do have night lights too. So if you want a traditional night light, we have some cute whimsical ones. There's a Rudolph, a Santa, a snowman, cute things to choose from. But if you're loving this idea of this round ornament shape, and you want to, if you want to hang it on your tree, you can, but remember, you're going to have to turn it on and off for the ornament shape. I just think it's one of those pretty things that you just turn on and, enjoy while you're sitting in the evening doing your crossword puzzle or, binge watching one of your favorite shows, and then you turn it off at the end of the night. But really pretty. And there are different decorations. How heavy, Beth? I have no idea. They're not super heavy, but they're not flimsy either. It's not going to feel like a thin glass ornament, but it's not going to feel like, oh my gosh, it's so heavy. I mean, they're very nicely made. And then here is the snow family. And look here. He's looking up at the moon. Isn't that cute? And then on this side of the snowman theme is this cute little snow family, kind of all out on a winter's night. Yes, the ornaments have a flat bottom, Karen. So they sit just like that. So the ornaments have the soft glow. Yeah, very pretty on a mantle, Lisa. I agree. And we do have some more of our real touch, natural touch Norfolk pine garlands coming in. So you could do that on your mantle with a couple of these ornaments would be so pretty. Whether you do the bell or you do the ornaments, I don't think you can make a wrong choice. Remember, the ornament is going to be a soft glow. What you're seeing here is the sort of lower soft glow. The bells have a brighter glow for 6 hours. So in person, you can't see it through the monitor here, but in person, it gives a much more detailed contrast to the scene. And then when it goes to low mode, it'll be low and soft like this in the bell shape. All right. Check those out. Lumi over on justjillshop.com, one of our most popular new brands that we've brought in. All right, let's put the lights back up if we can. And since some of you were asking about religious items, I want to show you the one nesting nativity that's new that we brought in for the season. It's 3 pieces as opposed to our 4-piece, but it's a little bit bigger than our other. So it starts with this gorgeous angel. The coloration is a soft gray. It has a cream or almost a beigey cream with almost a silver foil detail. And so you can see there's touches of the silver here, down her dress, around the outside of her wings. You can see the texture there. She's opening her arms. The next layer of this nesting nativity is here. And that is going to be, of course, Mary and Joseph. They also have touches of that same beautiful filigree pattern with the silver. Here you see a little bit more of the silver. Joseph is handling a very pretty lantern with a little bit of the silver around his neckline. Mary's hands are praying over, of course, the baby Jesus. And you can see he has the blanket that's done with the filigree design. So the idea of this nesting piece then, of course, is you don't have to have a lot of room to display it. If you just want to display it like this, they all nest within each other. If you want to separate the pieces just a little bit, one in front of the other, you can do that too. Really beautiful. If you have our silver shimmer trees, those would be just special. On the sides of this particular piece, the height works and it just picks up a little bit on the silver foil detail on this collection. These are all made of resin. They're weighty. They'll stand up on their own. And, they're not flimsy pieces. They've all been hand painted. They start with a carving and just the detail work I felt like on these was very beautiful. Again, I'm picky about the faces. I like to make sure that, they don't look strange, try to be very respectful of this story. It is the reason for the season. And I think this is really lovely. I love this too for those of you who maybe have a relative or maybe it's you who've downsized. You just don't have the room to put out a lot of your Christmas decor anymore, but having a nativity is so important to you. This won't take up a lot of room. Also great for folks who are in assisted living, or a long-term care where, maybe you only have the windowsill to put up a couple little pieces of decoration. This won't take up a lot of room. So if you'd like that, again, when that's gone for the season, it's gone. And I think it's a little more elegant in some ways, but it's also a little quieter. There's something about that soft dove gray that makes it very, at least to my eyes, very soothing and serene. So check that one out if you're looking for some kind of a nativity piece from us in terms of that nesting nativity look. All right, let's go back. How's everybody doing? Glad you like it, Karen. Any questions so far? I still have a couple more new things I want to show you, so don't go anywhere. But I always like to stop for a second and make sure I'm not moving too fast. So if there's anything I've seen, or if anything you've seen, anything I've shown you that I can talk about, just put your question in the chat and I'll make sure Kylie puts it up. I did see somebody say, are the candles in stock? Go over to the website, Lisa. I think right now the candles are shipping October 15th, if I'm not mistaken. Do you know the flameless candles? What the ship date is? Maybe the 10th. I know they're coming in because I just got the invoice for them. So they're probably arriving this week and they'll start shipping out next week, if not the following.
It's not on the product page, but I can ask her and get that information.
Well, the ones that it's not on the product page, we probably have those in stock.
Then yes, the 10/15.
10/15, yeah. So we have some of the flameless candles in stock that will ship out right away. And we have some others that are coming in and those will ship out on October 15th. Can't keep those in stock. I'm so happy that you love them. That, I have to say, might be the surprise of 2024 at Just Jill. But they're worth it. We had them when Kylie and I were setting up tonight. We had them all glowing on the table and it looked so pretty in here. If you haven't seen our beautiful flameless candles, I love these trees. They're so pretty. This gold, by the way, looks really pretty with the Nutcracker. Can you see that? I'll move that over just a little bit. So you can see how pretty the gold tree, not the exact same shade, but they just play off of each other really, really nicely. Donna said, received the flickering candle tree yesterday. It looks so nice with the 4-inch flickering candles. Oh, good, Donna. I'm so glad. We do have several different sizes. You can see here that, it does have a really pretty flicker. I mean, I keep expecting like this wax is going to melt, but isn't that the beauty of battery operated candles, right? You can do figurals like this and it keeps its shape forever. This comes in ivory and gold, and we actually have a dark green version coming in too. So stay on the lookout for that. When will the Real Touch garland be in? I think it's in one of the 80 boxes of product that arrived.
I just have to take a picture
yesterday. So we just have to dig through and find it, Denise. It's fabulous. This new version we were able to bring in has lights. So battery operated lights on this 5-foot Norfolk Real Touch garland. Amazing. We have a great price. You probably want to get 2. And we even have some stems that go with it that are also battery operated. I know. Give us a week. Probably we'll have them. They might be available on the site in the next week. I'm going to try to hopefully talk about them next Friday night when we do our Facebook Live next week. All right. Okay. Would the Nativity go with the whitewash creche? Yes, Donna, that creche. It's that big oversized creche. It looks beautiful in front of that. And I might do some of our trees with it too. Like, I think you're going to, if you just do the Nativity and the creche, I feel like you're going to feel like something's missing. So maybe put a few of our shimmer trees with that. Would be beautiful, just beautiful. Okay. And Kathy, I see, how do you pay? If you go to justjillshop.com, we take every major credit card. You can use PayPal. We even have Shop Pay, which does your payments in installments. So just, my website is justjillshop.com. That's where all of these items are available. It's like going to any other retailers. It's like going to Macy's.com or QVC.com. It's like going to any other place where you go shopping. I just spend time in these lives showing you the items and giving you some descriptions so you have a little more confidence in what you're purchasing. Mary wants to see the bird bell again. Okay, let's show you that. And then I'm going to move on because I just looked at the time. Here you go, Mary. So on one side of the bird bell, you have the 2 cardinals, then this little town scene. It says Merry Christmas. And then you have these other 2 cute little chubby birds sitting on the holly and the berries. Okay. All right. So there's the bird bell. All right. Moving on, everybody. Let me talk about our brand new. So sorry, that sounds awful, doesn't it? Our brand new Nutcracker. So we debuted these incredible Nutcrackers that have the rotating story in their hat. We started with the gingerbread. You all loved him. I mean, we've reordered him several times. We still have a little bit of quantity in him. If you want to find him over at justjillshop.com, I'll show him to you in a second. Then we brought in the more classic version, which is back there in more reds and greens. And the scene in his hat is right straight from the Nutcracker story, the Nutcracker ballet. So Air Drosselmeyer and Clara and the Mouse King are all in there, fighting their battles. And there's a beautiful Christmas tree in the center. And so when we went to the showrooms in January, I came around the corner and I was like, burn, there's a new one. And this is the new one. So for those of you who want something really more elegant, that's what I think this one is. We're putting him in our Winter Wonderland collection because he's done in white, but he's white, black, and gold. If you do things with Mackenzie Childs in the black and white checks, we have another great Nutcracker topiaries coming that look great with that, but so will he. So look at the detail. You've got this beautiful base, almost kind of fleur-de-lis in the gold. Then you have his boots, then his pants. Phyllis says, love him, been waiting to see him. There's the gold, his belt. He's holding a little staff here that's done in gold. Beautiful detail on the white and gold of his crown going around. His hair looks like frosting, the way that they've done that. Beautiful little detail and sparkle on the epaulets, on his shoulders, that same wonderful face. And then two things here. So first of all, here's what it looks like when it's not on. I know, Charmaine said, that's mine. Well, you've collected these from the beginning, Charmaine. He will not disappoint. He's fantastic. So on this one, it's the same Nutcracker ballet scene as in the traditional, with the exception of the tree on this one is white with a star. So you have the Mouse King and the Nutcracker. There's Air Drosselmeyer. There you can see the ballerina. So when you turn it on, and one thing I want to tell you, this is a production sample. So in mine, not in yours, but in this one, when I turn it on, you're going to see a little bit of sort of like the white snow on the glass. We checked all the samples. Yours will not be like this. This was just a production sample they sent to me, so I would have it to show you, so I wouldn't have to open up one of our boxes and then I couldn't. If we got down and they were sold out and somebody was like, "Do you have any left?" The one I have left is our sample. I've opened it, I've unpacked it, I've done all the things. So this is like a production sample that just has a little bit of the snow stuff on the white glass. I just want to call that out because you're going to see it when I turn it on. All right, but when I turn it on, look what happens. So the light shines down. There are lights that are glowing on the tree. And then do you hear it? Do, 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 do. So you have the Nutcracker theme. Is that the Sugar Plum Fairies playing as the musical sound? So beautiful detail, highly collectible, so unusual, and so special. If you don't know the story of these Nutcrackers, when I first saw these 2 years ago, I'm going to scoot back and grab it. When I first saw these 2 years ago at the showroom, I went crazy for the gingerbread, and I'd never seen anything as fantastic as this. And I knew it was a more expensive piece. And I just was like, I don't know if people will appreciate it because they can't see it in person, but it's so special. And I couldn't get it out of my mind. So we offered it for the first time last year in Christmas in July, and I brought like 5 of them in. I know that was like none, right? But I didn't know. And they blew out, and we brought back like 20, and then those sold out. And then we brought back 40, and those sold out. And then we added the traditional. I'll grab him in a second. So if you've collected them, you know how special they are. I can't, you have to choose how you're going to spend your money and where you're going to spend it. But if you want something truly magical, just it just covered in details. Whether you do the gingerbread, he's who started it for me. Then we had the traditional. He's back over here. So the traditional is done in reds and greens and golds. There you can see that dancing scene. They're all musical. This one plays different Christmas songs, as does the gingerbread. So the gingerbread and the traditional play, I think, 8 different songs. The new one that I just showed you only plays the Nutcracker. But there you can see him. And then finally, the brand new, we call them our Winter Wonderland, just so fabulous in the whites, blacks, and golds. All right. And they're normally, $149. Again, everything's been hand painted. Look at all of the detail. I mean, everything about it is just first class. They're on sale right now for $129. And so it's, sort of our way of saying thank you for being so supportive and enjoy adding the next one to your collection. These will be the treasures that your grandkids will, when they're adults, look back and say, remember how Nana always had those cool nutcrackers? I love to just stare at them and watch them, spin around and look at their details. And, like that's what Christmas is about, the season. It's about memories. So these will make that for sure. Mary said, I just had to get the white one. I hope you love it, Mary. Thank you. All right. So let me put these back away, back behind me. I've got a couple more things to show you. I don't know how it is. We always run over. There's just so much stuff. Okay, I'm going to do a blitz here. I love cone trees. Look at these, everybody. They're fabulous. 18 and 24 inches. They are, listen, there are beautiful cone trees, and then there are cone trees that are disasters. I know this because I've sold them both in my lifetime. This is a set that is fabulous. And here's how I know. Because I can rub my hand on it and you're not seeing any sparkle and you're not seeing things fall off all over me. I mean, look at me. I'm in black. If this was falling off all over me, you'd see it everywhere. These cone trees are made like a Bob Mackie gown. Not even kidding. Look how they've done the detail work. So it's the little bugle beads and the sequins, and they've almost kind of put a it's not a coating on the sequins per se, but what they pressed it in around this harder formed core of the cone makes them flat, but look how it shimmers. I mean, doesn't that look like a dress you'd see a celebrity wearing at the Oscars, the way that that shimmers? And let me tell you, when this is on your tabletop, on your mantle, if you put one of our flameless candles next to it, look what happens when the light starts to just dance off that tree. I mean, it just brings it to life. So you could put, little ones all around it or anything else that might light up. They're beautiful. And if you use some of the new color changing trees next to it, then you get this sort of like almost iridescence that's reflecting off of the surface. These are stellar. They might look basic. You might be like, oh, I don't know if I need them. You do. I would put these in the same category as our shimmer trees. They're just bigger. Some of you have bigger mantles. You have taller ceilings. And do you notice a lot of times when you put out your decorations, they seem smaller than you thought? You need to add some height, especially behind these sort of scenes that you're creating. So you get both of these. They're an awesome price. We have them in the silver. I mean, look at that. And then let me just grab the gold and show you. Here's what it looks like in the champagne gold. And then you do that champagne gold with your gold nutcracker. I mean, come on. So pretty, right? They're beautiful. I'm really picky about these. And I'll tell you why. When I was at QVC, we would try, when You're Home with Jill did a lot of our, your holiday home shows, we would bring in trees like this. And there were some of them, as much as I tried to pick the product, as best I can. I didn't always. Sometimes the buyers were buying things and then I put it in my show. And I can tell you, there were some trees that came in that they were crap. They really were. Like, they just were a mess. And I was embarrassed that they were in my show because it's not at all what I would have ever selected for any of you, but I kind of didn't have a choice. That's what's so fun about what I do now. So I can see it in the showroom. I can rub on it. I can feel it. I can say, all right, does it feel sturdy? Is it something that's going to last? Is it going to create a mess all over? Again, look at my hands. Is there a little shimmer on there? Maybe one little piece. Oh, that's from something else. It's green. That's not even from this. They're fabulous and they're solid. Sometimes those cone trees feel really flimsy. Look at this. Can you hear it? Like, it's hard on the inside. So Lori said, oh my gosh, the gold ones are stunning. They're stunning. Doesn't that look like a designer gown? Look at all those bugle beads. And they reflect the light. They're put on in all different ways. Like, they were like padded on all over. So the light's hitting them on all different angles. So you just see glisten. They're fabulous. They're the only, yes, Tony, would I mix the gold and silver? Doing it right now. Hello. Beautiful. Beautiful. I love metallics. In fact, we have a whole collection that we're calling our Merry Metallics. And we are going to do more of these champagne, silvers, golds, rose tones all together for you. But yes, you can mix them together and they would be fabulous. Just beautiful. And then use like a velvet tablecloth, something really rich and luxe. Stunning. So good. Love these. This is how good they are. Every vendor we go to has cone trees. This particular vendor has dozens of them. This is the only set I'm bringing in. There was one other. I got the sample. I called the vendor right away and I said, cancel it. They're falling apart. The beads are falling off. You've got a bad product here. I don't want it. This is the only cone tree we're doing, and you get both of them. So this one is 18 inches and this one is 2 feet. So you could even put them down on the floor. If you don't have, dogs or cats, they're going to knock them over. Put these at your entryway. Put these on your landing, going up on your stairs, your entryway when people come in, right at the foot of the stairs. These in a pretty poinsettia. Gorgeous. So many ways to use them. And they'll come, just so you know, one inside the other. Okay? Love them. Future thought. Is there a chance that the cone trees come in green? Isabel, I will ask them. They only made this particular tree in the silver and the gold, but I'll certainly talk to my buddy Rich and we'll see what we can do moving forward if you all are really liking them. I think they look stunning through the camera here. They're even better in person. I think you're just going to love them. They look so basic. They add so much. All right, let me get these set back up. I feel like we're running out of time here. Okay, here's an idea. Angels. This was one of our best-selling angel duos from last year. I just want to show her to you real quickly. Speaking of those gold trees, like how beautiful to use the gold tree behind this set of angels. And these angels are dressed in white. Their wings are in gold. She's holding a beautiful cardinal in one hand. She has a wreath in the other. And then the other angel, again, a different expression. She has a cardinal and she's holding this beautiful strand of bells with greenery. They're so pretty. And I love these angels. One, I love the faces, very peaceful. Again, I told you earlier, I'm picky about things like that. The texture and the carving for the wings is exquisite. And I love that these are just simple white, red, green with these beautiful kind of gilded gold antiqued wings. Just stunning. These sold out last year. I had to bring them back this year because when I was looking for some new angels for you, there just weren't any better than this duo. That's one of the reasons when I do bring something back, it's because I just feel like you're not going to find one that's better. I love this idea of the angel with the cardinal because so many people, believe that when a cardinal appears, an angel is near, right? So here are your angels and your cardinals. And again, think about it. If you picked up those gold trees, how beautiful that would be, on your credenza or on a table. Use a pretty red runner or a hunter green runner. Just stunning. All right, so check out our angel duo. And then real quickly, before I let you go, although I've got about 5 more things I really want to show you. For those of you who have purchased our flameless candles in glass in the newer 3.5-inch diameter size, of course, I wanted to make sure you had some candle rings to work with that. So this one's a little glitzy, but I loved it because it reminded me of the ones my mom used to always have. It's hilarious that I love to decorate as much as I do with so much for Christmas, because that's not how I grew up at all. We had the simplest of things, but my mom always had a candle ring like this with some kind of a hurricane in the center. So it fits perfect with our 3.5-inch diameter. You get 2 of them. They're $29. One other thing I want to point out on these, I love that it's very full, but I want you to see the little ornaments. They're not complete round balls. They're kind of halved out. And when I asked Rich, the vendor for this, why did you do that? Why didn't you just do round balls? He said, because when you put the round balls on, then I really have to glue them to the surface and they come off so much easier. So we found this way to actually cut the ornament look in half and adhere the top of the greenery tip inside, and it stays on so much better. I'm just telling you that so that when you get it at home, you don't look at it and you're like, wait, mine were all broken. They're supposed to be sort of like, almost like gumdrops. So open on the inside so that they can adhere the tip of the stem on the inside, and it, keeps it looking nice longer. It's shimmery, really pretty. If you don't love shimmery, glittery things, it may not be for you, but I just think being able to use it with your flameless candles, I love. We have this brand new beautiful gold etched glass pedestal just to fill with ornaments and things. Very pretty to put that there, and then fill this up with red and green ornaments as a little touch. You could do wrapped candies in this if you wanted to. You could do little fairy lights on the inside, but you could use that as a base there as well. You could use one of your flameless Christmas tree candles right on the inside there. So if you like these, you'll get 2 of them for $29, like really good price. And it does work with our flameless candles. Here's what it looks like, by the way, if you want to use the larger, taller flameless candle with it. That's what that'll look like. Isn't that pretty? I love how full it is. There's pine cones. There's little glittered red berries. All of the greenery is very shimmery. And then you have the look of the ornaments in reds, greens, and gold going all the way around. And then the last thing, well, 2 things actually. A reminder about these. So we've been offering you this season the bigger size in our candle rings, the set of 2. This smaller size was brought in, 1, as candle rings. You can put these on top of a candlestick with a taper. 2, you can use them as a napkin ring. But 3, what we've found is if you open them up, and so many of you now have bought our votives, guess what? That center fits with that. So now these little votives, and then I would smush the beads back up. Now your little votives have their own little candle rings. Super cute. So we have it for you in a set of 4 in the red and the white, or where'd they go? The red and the green, the more classic. So definitely check those out. Can I just show you one more thing? Are you guys sticking with me? One more thing, because it's so beautiful. And we fell in love with it last year. And so we brought in this magnificent sleigh. I know. So last year, and we brought back the original version, which was more rustic, whitewashed. I'll show it to you in a second. But this year, this beautiful look of this carved sleigh, all done in like this champagne color. I would, if I had to say, I feel like, does it skew more silver? There you can see, like here's silver, and there you can see on the inside. So it does, it can work with silver. But if you want to put it with gold, it works with gold too. And I love a sleigh like this for the centerpiece of my dining room table. I have a sleigh of some kind there almost every year. I fill it up with ornaments and greenery. I put it on a mirrored tray. I'll put some greenery around it and it looks stunning. I know, Mary, isn't it pretty? Look at the carving. Do you guys see that? So it's all this beautiful kind of flowing vines and a little bit of like a floral. It's all sparkly. I want you to see too. See, there will be some distressing like this on it. I'm just showing you that's how it's supposed to be. And it's more on the interior of the sleigh part, not on the exterior part. That kind of thing doesn't really bother me because I'm so enamored by everything else on the sleigh, but I like to show you those details in case that's something that would bother you. But just, this one's a shimmer. If you don't like things that shimmer, if you'd like something a little quieter, then the original version we brought back. And here I filled it with ornaments to show you. And this one looks more like wood and it's whitewashed and you can see that pattern. And it has more of like an antiqued bronze for the runner. And then let me just, don't worry, these are shatterproof. We've learned that's what you have to have around me because I'm a little bit of a klutz. But so you can see the inside of that one has all been kind of like whitewashed over the wood. So really beautiful detail. That's really pretty. I really like this, by the way, with the, hang on. I think this is really pretty if you wanted to do something with our white flameless candle. And it's also really nice with this guy, who again, you'll find, look at that sweet face and the cardinal and the detail. He looks really nice next to that sleigh too. I know the proportion's a little off, but I feel like you could create something really pretty and it all works together. So check out our sleighs. We have one other all gold sleigh coming in. So, and that's pretty much it. So if you want more of a whitewashed look, this one, then we have the same sleigh in this champagne shimmer, and we'll have a true gold sleigh in a different style coming up in the next couple of weeks. So keep your eye out for that. Okay. That was a lot tonight. We got through a lot. I feel like, did I get to everything, Kylie? Just about?
Someone requested to see these one more time.
Oh, fine. Let's put it on the tray. I'm going to take a quick sip of water if you guys don't mind. It got hot in here all of a sudden.
Your husband just got home.
Yes, I know. Okay, so here's the set of 5. All right, so you'll get 3 7-inch trees and 2 9-inch trees. They run on AAA batteries. They look like frozen ice. And they have that aurora borealis kind of changing color light morphing through all 5 of them. There is no timer or remote with these, unfortunately, but in exchange for that, we're able to do this set of 5 for $39, shipping included. So it's a beautiful set. The colors are gorgeous. If this is the one item you have to turn on and off at night, so be it. It's worth it. They look great. And then let me just take one of them. I'll just put it on my lap here. Please don't slide off. And here's what it looks like when it's not on. So again, it's a little bit more kind of solid ice at the bottom of the tree. And they kind of do that to try to cover up the light mechanism. But then as you can see, it's just all clear all the way up. It just looks like a molded ice tree. Not overly heavy, but I don't think they feel flimsy either. And they all use AAA batteries and they just morph through all the colors. So hopefully I love them on a tray. Vivian said those are gorgeous. Thanks for showing them. My pleasure. Of course. That's why we're here. All right. So I hope that gave you some fun things to take a look at. Kathy said so many beautiful items. Wish I had a bigger house. I understand. I know. So let me just tell you real quickly before you all sign off. Next Tuesday, I won't be here. I am taking a trip on Thursday with my mom. So my mom and I are going home to California. I was born and raised in Southern California. My mom hasn't been there since right after my dad died. And that was, gosh, my dad died 14 years ago. So We haven't been to California together, my mom and me, in 13 years. So we're heading out to California on Thursday. We're going to be there for a week. Really looking forward to it. We are going to see, lots of friends, and she's going to see, people that she was teaching with for 40 years, the children of some of her teaching, partners. I'm going to see some friends from high school that I'm still close with. Going to see my friend Dara from Philosophy Beauty. In fact, we're going out to a concert together and dinner while we're there. So just going to fill my bucket and have some mom-daughter time with my mom while she can go, wants to go, is able to get around. My mom is 83. So if I didn't do this, I think it would haunt me for the rest of my life. So we're going to go live it up in California. That said, I will be back with a Facebook Live next Friday. So if you don't have any plans next Friday night, October 11th, please come on back and hang out with me. We have some of our vintage pieces we're going to feature. Hopefully we'll feature that Real Touch garland and and a few other pieces, some of our best-selling cardinal pieces we'll be talking about. But every week that we're doing a Facebook Live, you will always see new things that you haven't seen before. So we have a lot more to show you, believe it or not. It's only October 1st, so pace yourself. But don't let some of those favorite things that you see, like, these tree sets and things where there's no way I can ever bring them back, get them while you can. Enjoy everything. I can't wait to take a look and see what everyone's shopping for. And remember, if you're new to us, thanks for stopping by. JustJillShop.com is where you will find all of these items, shipping and handling included in everything. And if you're needing some great recipes as you head into the holiday season, don't forget to check out my blog at JustJill.com. We have, over 500 blogs there, hundreds of recipes, helpful tips and great stories. So take a look at that while you're out and about on the internet as well. Thanks for always being here, everybody. I appreciate you so much. And if you're around and want to watch TV tomorrow, I'll be on QVC at 11 a.m. tomorrow morning with Jay Jewelry and my dear friend, Mary Beth Rowe. So a full hour of Jay tomorrow with Mary Beth. So if you happen to watch QVC, I'll see you then. If not, see you back here next Friday for another edition of Just Jill Live. See you soon. Bye.